Hey guys, it is Quincy with aslightlyBetterWife.com. I've got Carter here with us from The Cart Boy. I'll link his channel down below. Today we're going to be talking about Yoto. If you're not familiar with Yoto, it is a screen-free audio player. Now there is a tiny little screen, but it's a way for kids to get some rich content like with music, stories, activities, without a screen like the phone that we're recording this on.
And radios.
And radio, yeah, they've got radio, they've got podcasts. So our kids range in age from 4 up to 19. They all love it. I'm 35. I love it. So it's good for everybody. You cannot go wrong with gifting a Yoto or a Yoto Mini. So speaking of Yoto and Yoto Mini, why don't you go ahead and show them what this one is.
This is the Yoto player with a yellow jacket.
Yeah, so this is the original player. And then this is the Mini. So let's go ahead and get this opened. I will let you handle that.
And always cut away from yourself with a knife so you don't want to cut yourself.
We actually have opened one just prior to this. This is now our second Yoto Mini we're opening, and we have 2 full-size players as well.
Ooh.
I love their packaging. It is like just enough to keep the product secure, but it's still minimal. Like there's not too much waste to it, which is awesome.
Do you want to show what comes in the package?
Okay, yep. So here is the small Yoto Mini. You can see how it fits in my hand, that size. There's a power button on the side right here for turning it on. You just hold that down until it comes on. And then why don't you tell them about what the buttons do, because we just opened our Mini yesterday and I am not familiar yet with what they do.
So I'll go a little closer. So the button on the right side can do the daily podcast about talking like jokes of the day, birthdays, and then if you hit it a second time, you can do the Yoto radio. Then you can change that in the app settings, and then the left knob changes the volume. You can see the bar below. You can turn it up or down.
Yep, and you can set volume limits. So if you have kids with sensitive ears, or we've set them at bedtime, if your child turns the radio up or whatever too loud at night, you can set volume limits for daytime and nighttime. And you can easily go into your app and change that. So speaking of the app, I'll let you go ahead and open up the Yoto jacket as well. So within the app, here is a list of our cards. But then also you have your players right here. And here is our Mini that's already hooked up. You can go to settings. And here is where you control the volume limits for daytime and for nighttime. And you can also control what those buttons on the side do, what actions you want them to do when they are pressed. So the app is absolutely necessary with the Yoto to get it set up. And it's super helpful once it's set up that you can send music. So like the kids were at my parents' house. They're staying with their grandparents. And I was able to send songs to their Yoto player to just start playing in the room while they were there, which was nice because they didn't have to take all their cards with them. Just a small little bit of them. Okay, go ahead.
So when you open up the package, you get a make your own card, so you can put any content you want on this, and you also get a charger.
Yep, and the make your own cards you load with MP3s also through the app. So like if you have a CD, you can convert it to MP3 and put it on with that.
And when you put on the jacket, you slide it on, and then through these 2 holes, this loops through, and you just like loop it through, and then go through like that. So it's just like a Wii remote. Like
how your Wii remotes or old cameras used to come that way, digital cameras. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera down so they can watch you do this.
It did take me a couple of times because it's kind of hard to do it.
Yeah, so in the Yoto group, there's a Yoto community group on Facebook. A lot of people really struggled with getting this to go in right. Just take your time. Or have your child do it.
You almost need like a tweezers to get in here.
Yep, so you're pushing it through one hole and it'll come out the other hole. So close.
I had to like bend it and loop it.
Yep, and keeping it tight, like keeping those pulled kind of tight. Don't get too hung up on this, but this is something you will need to take a little bit of time to do. Some of you are probably watching this video like, really? How hard can it be? But these holes are so small. There you go. So once this side is opened, he's going to put the bigger handle part back through it. And pull. There it is. Okay, once you have your protective case on, you are ready to set up. So to set up, you're going to hold down these two buttons until a code appears on your screen. It also will tell you how to do this when you put in that make your own card. So then there is our code. I'll go on to my app. I'll hit setup player. This one is a mini. It'll tell you to plug it in, hold those buttons down, and then you're going to enter that code that was on here right into here. And then it will show you how to link to your Wi-Fi. So initially you'll want to set this up on Wi-Fi. You'll put each of your cards in, or if you already have an account and you have your cards loaded, you just leave this near your router. Let all the stuff load onto, I'm assuming it's a hard drive on here, and then you can use it offline after that. But first you need to make sure everything is loaded onto the device. Okay, let's talk about the key differences between the two. Yeah, these are cute. So this is Frog Soup is the cover. This is Rain Cloud. I don't remember what this is called. Maybe Bumblebee or something. Yeah. We've had this one for quite a while. So what would you say as a kid using the Yoto? This guy is 14. So don't feel like, oh, are my kids too old for this? Like, I will say I wouldn't have maybe got it just for my teenagers because they do have Spotify and they have smartphones. But we got it for our 8-year-old last year.
I would even like these.
And then we all fell in love with it. Yeah. So there's a good point. Younger kids would probably do better with this bigger one. Just because they can hold the handle. They maybe aren't as likely to carry it around, get it lost. The nightlight, will it do it during the day?
Yes. Okay,
so you've got it set up with the clock. You flip it over. Oh, it does. And then can you see this? The nightlight ring around it. And that actually, you can change the brightness level of it.
And colors.
And the colors, yep. So you can have your room more illuminated or you can have it a little bit dimmer depending on what your child needs. Yeah. Okay, how about sound quality between the two? What do you think?
I would say the Yoto Mini is more clear, and this one is, I think, a little louder. But otherwise, I would say for a littler kid, I would say the bigger one because of the nightlight. And then if you just want one during the day or bring one at work, just use the Mini. Yeah, so my husband Chad, we call him Mr. Awesome here. I'm actually making cards for him as well, so he can use it. Another thing is with teenagers, you can, if you have NFC on your phone, it's just in your menus, this is a Samsung, but you would just pull down and you find one of these little buttons on here that says NFC. You turn that on. Once you have the Yoto app installed, you can tap this to the back of your phone. Oh, I just did it. You can tap it to the back of your phone and the card will just pull up and start playing just from being tapped. So you can also use your phone as a portable player if you didn't want to quite go the route of having both. But yes, great for teenagers. Still good for teenagers. This is great as a clock in your room. There is a clock on the small one as well. Is a clock on right now? There's a screen on. Yeah, I gotta awaken the screen.
Yeah. So there's a clock on that one as well, but I agree. Like, this is good for small. Okay, let's turn to the side and show size difference. Yeah, I mean, it's just, this one you're not going to lose nearly as easy as you might lose a smaller one. I like that this one, we use it on the charger mostly, and so it just gets plugged in and it's docked, and like, that's where it stays. Where this one, we already lost it once today. It was on the charger, but we lost it. Chargers. So what are the differences in chargers here? So,
I can grab the other one also.
Yeah, I'm going to pause a minute and then have him go grab that other charger. Okay. Okay, he's back with the chargers. Thank you for being the runner.
Yes.
I will just sit back and let him go ahead and explain chargers to you.
Okay, so for the mini charger, there's, I think you said the USB-C, right?
Yep, USB-C.
And that's for the normal, like, Samsung charger.
Yep. I am, like, cutting my face off weird here. Let me just scooch over.
You do have to have a, like, power thing.
Yep, like the charging head. But you may already have, like, a travel charger in your car for this. The USB-C, like, it's even on all the sides, all the way around. That's a common charger now. So that's for the mini.
And you'd be able to plug this into your laptop or power bank and stuff.
Yeah, good point.
So, and that just plugs in on the mini right on the edge here, right underneath the power button.
Yep.
And then the big...
Yep, so the original player.
The original one's a pretty big thing. And you can actually take this off to change chargers.
Yep, so we're in the US, so this is the charging head that we use, but if you are in the UK or somewhere where they use a different type of adapter, this is interchangeable. And
it's pretty long, so you can plug it in and set it on a shelf or something.
Yep.
And also, this is magnetic, so just zoops.
So easy for little hands. Our 4-year-old can do this. We do not allow him to plug things into the wall yet, but if this were already plugged in, he can go and dock this.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Battery runtime. Like I said, we've only had this one. They just opened it last night for a day, so we don't know exactly yet, but I will say the battery is supposed to last a lot longer on this. Okay. I'm going to admit, I plugged it in a month ago. I've been listening to it off and on, and it has not gone dead. I do turn it off when I'm done, but Dad and I had this in our dresser waiting for Christmas, and we've been using it. But we have not had it out, like, listened for hours. It's just, like, a few minutes here and there. Just, it's so cool. I couldn't wait to play with it. This has a great battery.
So it's good for adults,
battery
too.
As well, too. Yes, it really is. I wish the Yoto, hey Yoto, if you're listening, I wish they'd come out with, like, a belt clip. Like the old, like, Walkman or Discman. Yeah, so you could, like, clip it on your belt or something. But this is plenty handy, and I could put, like, a carabiner clip on here and, like, clip it onto something as well. Yeah.
Clip it onto a bike or something.
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah. You could, like, put it over your bike handle, but it'd be nice to clip it shorter so it doesn't jostle around. Okay, so any other key differences between the two or anything that you want to mention?
The buttons are on the side, and they are circular on this, and this one is popped out a little.
Yep, so this needs more of a pincher grasp to get a hold of these buttons, where this, it's wider. Same concept. I feel like the volume is louder on this one, but some people have said they're just quieter, so you just have to, you just find the volume that works for you, and you set it at that, really. Yeah. Okay, well, guys, that's what we know today about Yoto. That's what we have to offer. I will say we are members of the Yoto Club. It's a subscription. We just did it for a year for our daughter's birthday. So they send us 2 cards a month. There are 2 cards that are featured, and then you can pick from other cards if you don't want those. That's awesome. So every month we're getting 2 cards. It's helping to kind of build our collection, our library of cards up. You get 10% off and free shipping if you're a Yoto Club member, which is great. Sometimes they have other discounts. So today it's Boxing Day, and here they've given us a 20% off code for today. You can find all that stuff through the Yoto app too. So yeah, Yoto is so good. They're great customer service. They're good to their customers. And it's a great player. You guys, it's such a good way. Kids want technology, right? Kids love screens and technology, and they love to be able to do things. They hit a certain age where, yes, Play-Doh and all those kind of things are still fun, but, they want something that interacts with them, and this is a phenomenal resource to use for that. We homeschool, and so we've got a lot of educational titles that we're using, as well as songs. And then our teenagers have created playlists off of some MP3s that they have, so they're listening to music on theirs as well. Yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching. As always,
go out and do something awesome.
See ya. Oh, hey, and go like this guy's channel. I'll post it down below. Bye, guys.